Hello, everyone. Have you ever known thousands of English words, studied grammar for years, and still frozen the moment someone said, "Hey, what's up?" That's not a vocabulary problem. That's a phrasebook problem, and today I'm handing you the fix. These aren't textbook phrases. These are the real everyday sentences native speakers use on autopilot for greetings, apologies, shopping, opinions, and more. Fluency isn't about knowing more rules. It's about having the right sentence ready before you need it. Compare "I am fine," "thank you," the answer every textbook teaches, with "pretty good, thanks for asking." The second one sounds like a real person, not a worksheet. That's the shift we're making today, one everyday situation at a time. Let's start where every conversation starts. Greetings. "Hello, how are you?" Still works, but vary your reply. "Doing well, thanks. What about you?" Or simply, "Pretty good. Thanks for asking. Haven't seen someone in a while?" Ask, "How have you been lately?" And expect something like, "Things have been great. Honestly, life's been keeping me busy." Meeting someone new, keep it warm with, "It's really nice to meet you." With friends, drop the formality. "Hey, what's going on?" "Nothing much. Just the usual." You? Once the greeting's done, show real interest instead of moving on too fast. "How did your day go?" Beats a generic "How are you?" because it invites a story, not a one-word answer. A good reply: "It's been a busy one, but good." Follow up with, "What kept you busy today?" And suddenly you're having a conversation, not an exchange of pleasantries. Now, two phrases everyone needs but most people get wrong: apologies and thanks. A flat "I'm sorry" works for small things, but for anything specific, name it. "I'm sorry for keeping you waiting" sounds sincere, while a bare "sorry" repeated for every situation starts to sound automatic, almost meaningless. When someone apologizes to you, keep it light. "No worries at all," or "Please don't stress about it." The same logic applies to thanks. "Thanks is fine for small favors, but I'm really grateful for your support" lands differently when someone's actually gone out of their way for you. And when you're thanked, "Happy to help" beats a stiff "You're welcome" 9 times out of 10 because it sounds like you meant it. Asking for help should never feel awkward. Try "Would you mind giving me a hand?" instead of a blunt "Help me." Same request, far more polite. The same softening works for everyday needs too. Instead of "I want water," say "I'd love a glass of water." "Please." Or instead of "Pass that," try "Would you mind passing me that?" One small phrase, and the same request sounds like manners instead of an order. If someone needs directions, keep your sentences short and visual. Go straight ahead, then turn left at the corner, or "It's right next to the pharmacy, you can't miss it." Notice both examples use a landmark. That's the trick. Vague directions confuse people, landmarks don't. And while we're on practical English, don't underestimate plain questions. "Where is the restroom?" "What exactly is this?" "When does the next bus arrive?" A short, direct question like that gets a short, direct answer, which is exactly what you want when you're in a hurry. Save the longer, softer phrasing for conversations where building rapport actually matters more than speed. Want to bring someone into your plans? "Would you like to come over?" works for anything casual, while "We'd love for you to join us for dinner" feels a touch more intentional. If you can make it, say, "I'd absolutely love that. Thank you." If you can't, soften the "No, I'm so sorry, I won't be able to make it this time. Maybe next time." Keeps the door open instead of just shutting it. Shopping and eating out are where you'll use English the most as a traveler or expat, so let's move fast. At a store, "How much does this cost?" And once you've decided, "I'll go ahead and take this one," far more natural than a blunt "I want this." At a restaurant, "Could I have the grilled chicken sandwich?" And if you're unsure, ask the server directly, "What do you recommend here?" When you're ready to go, "Could we have the check, please?" closes things out smoothly. Talking about feelings and opinions is where most learners freeze, because they're afraid of sounding wrong. Don't overthink it. I'm feeling really happy today. Or, I'm a bit tired. Honestly, simple, true, done. The same honesty works when someone isn't well. I haven't been feeling my best lately tells people more than a vague I'm okay. For opinions, soften your stance with, personally, I think this is a great idea. And if you disagree, I see it a little differently. Sounds far more diplomatic than a blunt, no, you're wrong. Ask others, what's your take on this? And you've turned a monologue into a real conversation. Small talk about your day-to-day life builds connection faster than almost anything else. Share your routine. I usually wake up around 7. Notice the word usually. It signals a habit, not a one-time event. And that small word alone makes you sound far more natural than I wake up at 7. Talk about the weather. It's pouring rain right now, and your plans for later. I'm planning to travel next month, or I hope to become fluent in English soon. Looking back works the same way. I caught a fantastic movie last night. Sounds far more alive than I watched a movie. Ask the same back. What does your typical morning look like? Or, have you ever been to Turkey? Past, present, future, covering all three in casual conversation is what makes you sound fluent, not just correct. Giving advice is a skill on its own. You should rest sounds like an order, even when you mean well. I think it would help if you rested a little, sounds like a friend talking, not a boss, giving instructions, same advice, completely different relationship, and people are far more likely to actually take it. Suggestions work the same way. How about we go for a walk? Invites a yes or no, while a command doesn't leave room for one. And when you need permission, keep it light. Would it be all right if I opened the window? It almost always gets a simple, go right ahead, instead of an awkward pause. Two situations deserve a quick mention because they trip people up constantly. Phone calls and emails. On the phone, skip I am Michael and say, hi, this is Michael speaking. That's how native speakers actually answer. In writing, open formally, dear Mr. Ahmed, I hope this message finds you well, and close the same way. I look forward to hearing from you soon. 2 sentences, and your message instantly sounds professional. Finally, the sentences that make people remember you. Compliments, travel talk, and encouragement. That was genuinely impressive work means more than a generic good job, because it's specific. And when someone compliments you, resist the urge to deflect. Thank you so much. That truly means a lot. Lands far better than a shy, oh, it's nothing. Travel is another instant connector. I've got a trip coming up next week. Or asking, what's the most beautiful place you've ever visited? Almost always sparks a longer conversation than small talk about the weather. And when someone needs a push, you've got this, or I believe in you completely, costs you nothing and means everything to the person hearing it. That's the full toolkit. Greetings, apologies, requests, opinions, routines, advice, and encouragement in the natural, native-sounding form people actually use, not the stiff version textbooks teach. The real work now is practice. Pick 3 sentences from this video and use them today. In a real conversation, even a short one, with a shopkeeper, a coworker, or a stranger waiting in line. That repetition, not more memorization, is what slowly turns these sentences into instinct until you stop translating in your head and just speak. If this helped, hit like and share it with someone learning English, and subscribe so you don't miss the next lesson. See you in the next one.